A three-time All-American, Lauren combined intensity, toughness, and consummate skill as she directed the defense from her center back position and helped lead Portland to 3 consecutive College Cup appearances in 2000, 2001, and 2002. A captain and the team's emotional leader, she rallied the Pilots' defense in the 2002 championship final to stifle Santa Clara in overtime as the Pilots prevailed in dramatic fashion, winning 2-1 to bring home the first NCAA championship in any sport for the university. Proof of her dominating defensive presence, Lauren was a College Cup All-Tournament selection in 2002 and 2000 and was a finalist in 2002 for the National Collegiate Soccer Player of the Year award, the Mac Hermann Trophy. The 3-time NSCAA First-Team All-Region selection was also a First-Team All-West Coast Conference pick in 2000, 2001, and 2002. And in 2000 and 2002, Lauren was named the WCC Defensive Player of the Year. A member of the U.S. Soccer Federation's women's national team in 2001, she also played for U18 and U21 national teams, winning a Nordic Cup with the U21s. Selected 9th overall in the 2003 draft, Lauren played professionally for the New York Power of the WUSA. In 2004, she returned to the Bluff to join the Pilots coaching staff, and in 2005 helped direct the Pilots to an undefeated season and the women's soccer program's 2nd national title. In 2006, she was selected the NSCAA West Region Assistant Coach of the Year. Named head coach of the women's program at San Jose State University in 2013, she has twice been selected the Mountain West Conference Coach of the Year.
All right, bright lights. So Thank you. I know you're in season, so it's a lot to ask. I know of a college coach to take time out, but shows how much this place means to you. So thank you so much first for coming back, Lauren.
Thanks for having me. This is an amazing honor, and especially with all of those that are being inducted in tonight and have been in the past. I obviously am super humbled to be here, so thank you.
So Lauren and I actually graduated the same year, so I'm very familiar. We go back a long ways, but I don't know if I ever heard the story of how you ended up at UP and what that process was like.
Yeah, so Clive came down to Southern California to recruit and took a home visit in my home and talked about the University of Portland and what a special place it was, and offered to come up on an official visit, and so I did. I actually had 5 official visits planned. North Carolina at the time was one of the elite programs as well, and so that was another one, and had 3 others as well, and University of Portland was my first visit planned. And the second that I walked on the bluff, I knew my heart was here. Not only was the team just a family environment, it was just an amazing team to be a part of, and they had a special style of soccer, but Clive was just so endearing and really special person, you could tell, and just a leader of life, and charismatic and fun-loving, and he said, I'm not going to make you an offer, but if you want to come here, then you'll call me the next day and say, this is the place that I want to be, and sure enough, I did. So I actually, I called my mom on the trip, and I said, Mom, I really want to go here. I just love this place. It just feels like a family. And my mom said, well, if you really want to go there, then that's, we'll support you in anything that you do. And I went home the next morning, and I called Clive, and I said, Clive, I want to be a pilot. I want to come to the University of Portland. And so here we are.
You mentioned Clive, and fast forward 4 years later, after your freshman year to your senior year, delivering the first NCAA championship in school history. What stands out to you about that run?
Oh, man. There's a lot that stands out. I mean, first of all, I think we could all say from our team, I have some special teammates here, but we won that for Clive. And we won it for the school, but we won it for Clive just because he meant so much to us. And like I talked about, he's a teacher of life, and I kind of have a fun story to tell. So our freshman year, we played Santa Clara, and we had, I think, 11 freshmen on the team, and so we were a young team. And we get to Santa Clara, and, we're like, rah, rah, yeah, we're going to beat Santa Clara. WCC rivals, and we kind of all locked horns with them. And, we're gonna take it to them. And anyway, so we go out, and scores 4-0 at halftime. And
Down 4-0.
Oh, yeah, 4-0. We are down 4-0 at halftime. And so we kind of have tail between our legs walking into the locker room, and Clive, he kind of walks into the locker room behind everybody after everyone sat down, and I can just see the visual in my head. He's erasing the whiteboard nice and slow, like this, and he turns back around in his English accent and he goes, "Who thinks we can win this game?" And it's pause, it's just dead silence. And nobody says anything, and I go, "Yeah, we can win it." And Clive looks at me straight in the eyes and he's like, "No, you can't." And I'm just, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, well, that was the wrong answer. And, but then, it was so typical Clive because he was so honest in that moment, but then he started teaching, okay, but this is what you can do to improve in this game. And he was really just a teacher of, obviously, the game, X's and O's. He was brilliant in that, but he was also, a teacher of life. And so he was so important to us. And kind of, so you fast forward anyway to our senior year. Well, first of all, after that game, my dad comes up to me and he goes, "You should have gone to UNC." And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gutted. So we go back out after halftime. We lose the game 8-0, okay? My dad says, you should have gone to UNC. And I'm like, oh man, this is like terrible, right? I go, "Thanks, Dad." And anyway, fast forward 4 years, we get to the final game, and of course we play Santa Clara in the final. And before the game, he's like, "Just go out and have fun. Like, enjoy this moment." And we really, truly did. And when we won after the game, it was so special to see all the alum and everybody there and just supporting, obviously, us and everything that everybody's built, but him, and I mean, Tiff, like, kind of typical, like, we're here because of Tiffany Milbritt. And anyway, I went up to my dad after that game, like, straight to my dad in the stands. And he has tears in his eyes. And I said to him, "I should have gone to UNC, huh?" He's like, "I was just joking with you." And I was like, "I know you weren't."
So then your legacy doesn't end with that game here at the University of Portland. You stayed on staff, were part of that magical run as an assistant coach to an undefeated 2005 season, and now you're coaching as well, head coach at San Jose State. What do you try to impart on your players, and what are the messages you try to get through to them?
I think, one of the things that I love coaching. I think it's so special. It's a really, great opportunity to give back what I learned here at the University of Portland, which is obviously, be true to your character, be true to your morals, and I think, teach life through soccer. And that's something that I really try to do and pass along from Clive. And I think it's so neat because this is such a special place, like it's a family environment, and I try and bring that within our program and our team. And, it's fun to see Steph here tonight, and obviously, like, my great friends here tonight. And but I think we all hope to go out and do that in our own careers and in life, and that's what I try and do.
And then lastly, anybody you'd like to acknowledge, thank, or any final thoughts before we get you off the spotlight?
Yeah, no, I mean, I want to thank my family because they're so special to my heart, and I never get an opportunity to thank them. And Travis, he gives up a lot for me and my career, and but he's so special, and he's just Dad of the Year. We call him Dad of the Year all the time. And my kids, our kids, they're just, dear to my heart. And my parents, just for instilling values in me that I feel like have really helped me in my career, but also through my playing career as well. And coaches and Clive, and Bill Irwin. I mean, just a special environment and a place that I was able to really grow as a person here. The school, my teachers, and my friends, some of my best friends are here tonight, and they're a huge part of, I feel like, my career and success, and all of us helped build this together, and it's so nice to be able to share this moment with them. So I just want to say thank you.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the University of Portland, congrats, and welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.